All right, what's going on YouTube? Greg Bennett here, bringing you some more heat. Just kidding, just some more content, some more value. So today I want to talk about a little bit between the difference between value and content. Okay, so I feel like a lot of new entrepreneurs and even existing entrepreneurs, people who have read the book Crushing It, Crush It, whatever it may be, we're starting to kind of get into this zone where it's like, we just want to produce content, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there has to be some sort of value that you're producing so your people are into, what you're doing and they can actually get something out of it, okay? So what I mean by that is, for those of you who are looking to monetize your personal brands, for those of you who are looking to monetize an Instagram account, monetize a YouTube account, whatever it may be, teaching people all this cool stuff is great. And that's really what you want to be doing when it comes to the value creation side of things. But what we hear is just, start getting content out there, start getting content. Once you get content out there, yeah, people will follow you. And that's just not the case. Unless you live like a really cool life, you already have a bunch of money to begin with, and you can show off that, oh, look, I drive a sick car, I fly private, I go on all these really cool vacations, I stay at all these really nice hotels. Okay, yeah, then people will follow you. But if you're just like an average guy, average girl who lives, in nowhere, or you do live in a big city but you don't have that cash, or you can't play like that, what can you do to pick up more followers, to pick up more subscribers, to, just get your name out there? And what you really have to do is create value, okay? So how can you create value? Well, you need to learn how to do something really well, okay? So the first thing I ask when somebody says, well, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to create value, I say, okay, what are you interested in? What do you like to do? How do you do it? And what books have you read this year? The last one's kind of unrelated. I just kind of get a vibe off of people based on like what they've been reading. So, I mean, if you're reading books like, science fiction and that kind of stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually really cool. I don't read science fiction personally. That's not my niche, but there's a ton of people who read science fiction, and that is easy to monetize. There's a ton of people on Instagram, I'm sure, who are into that kind of stuff. There's a ton of people on YouTube who I'm sure who are into that kind of stuff. YouTube's a weird audience. Instagram is, not as weird, but YouTube's a lot different. Like, there's everything on YouTube. You remember there was a guy named like Prank Invasion who used to go around like kissing people. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was so cringe, but people liked watching because it was funny. Even though it wasn't funny at all, some people get a kick out of that stuff. You only need about 1,000 to 2,000 real fans. The kind of fans that will, whatever you put out, they love, they like seeing, they like reading, whatever it is. That's all you need. So I asked those 4 questions, and people, they kind of say, well, what does that have to do with, adding value? And it's like, okay, well, based on what you like to do and how you do it, that kind of tells me how much value you can add right off the top. See, there's things you can charge a lot of money for, and there's things you can't charge that much money for. For example, an inner circle, members only, sales course. You might be able to get a lot more out of that. If it was more niche, like a services sales course. It's a very niche course, but you could get a lot more out of that than, say, a sales course. Sales course sounds bleh, but a services sales course or a social media sales course where you tell them like, hey, if you do this, this, and this, you can double your service. You can do something like that. You can get way more money for that than you could for just an average, like a sales course or something like that. And how you do it. If you're good at it, and if you're really good at what you do, and you can add a lot of value to the market, you will get paid and you will be compensated. Believe that. Because I know that everybody's building up their brand just for the purpose so they can, monetize it. But nobody knows actually how to monetize it. There's a specific way that you need to be able to not only grow your brand, but you need to be able to monetize your brand. So If you can't monetize it, obviously, you're not going to get what you're looking for. I just, I've came from a place this month where, in the month before, where I actually didn't have to even have a brand really. I didn't have to have much of a personal brand before I started doing what I'm selling. So I sell one high ticket offer currently. I'm about to add a second one, and I'm going to add a third one. And I really want me to be kind of the guinea pig for you guys, just to see like, hey, this is what you're able to do selling high ticket. I understand, not everybody is going to want to sell high ticket, but everybody should know how to do it. Because if you know how to sell high ticket, if you know how to sell $1,000 product, I bet you can sell a $500 product. Okay, so we got a little bit off course there, but like I said, it's about value, the difference between value and content. Okay, so I want you guys to think about what you're, posting every day, what you're vlogging about, what you're making videos about, whatever it may be. Try to add some value, so when somebody watches the video, they don't just see like, yeah, and you can totally do it, and like, anybody can do it. Entrepreneurship is for everyone. You can do it. It's like, if you really need that rah, hoorah stuff, fine. That's totally fine. I think if you were following somebody who were to be adding value to you, though, and the more value that they give you, if you can implement that value right away in your business, which some of the stuff that I tell you, I know that you guys can implement this boom right away in your business, that's instant value. That's something that, okay, you took in and you're able to apply right away. See, we all read these books, we all watch YouTube videos, and a lot of us, they don't actually implement what they do, what they learn. Okay? So like there's the expression, you learn, then you earn. Well, I don't think that's true. You learn, and whoever can implement it the quickest will be the one who earns the most. Okay? So, yeah, you can learn and earn, but I think if it's the ones who implement it the fastest, the ones who are really implementing the strategies from new books that come out, from, courses and all that stuff, if you implement the quickest, you're going to be on top. You will. You'll be on top. And that's really cool. So I think when you guys are doing this, please, and it's not just me, it's everybody, add value first. You add value first, people will like you. People will listen to you. See, you teach them something, you give them those nuggets for free, and then they start to see like, oh, dang, this guy's a really cool guy. He's a really cool guy. He likes giving free value. That's awesome. I'll tune into his live, or I'll tune into, I'll check out his story. The more people that looking at your stuff, the more followers you get, the more subs you get, whatever it may be, and then the more popular you become, your brand grows, and then you need to figure out how to monetize it. I will be posting some videos in the near future on how to monetize your personal brand, so stick with it. I already gave a few lessons, I think last week on, how to do this and that for your personal brand. So follow some of this stuff. You can implement it, you can try it, but this week, this month, try to add as much value as you can for your niche audience and see how much better your following grows. And don't just add value like everybody knows this, or, oh, I just saw this on a YouTube video, add this. Well, what's worked for you? What's worked for you that you can add, that you can implement? If you have a Shopify store, you have killer copy. If you're writing really good copy on a Shopify store, or if you're writing really good copy on an Amazon listing, what's to stop you from consulting? What's to stop you from selling some high ticket offer from that? There you go. Think. You only need to sell 10 $100 products a month to get an extra G-Bird every month. Think about how much more money you could be making. Think outside the box a little bit. You add value, you can also get paid from that. Think about it. I'm going to sign off today. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. My channel is, very small, but subscribe. If you like the video, like it. I don't ever put on YouTube ads, so I don't ever have an ad on my channel. I don't need YouTube ad revenue. I just want to be able to provide value for you guys, so you guys can get something out of it. Hopefully implement it in what you're doing. So, till next time, peace.